Hi guys, so this isn't a video that I really do, but this is probably going to emotionally hurt me once I get this video done. So I'm probably at my most vulnerable here, but I gotta have to do this anyway. So a while back I mentioned that I had a partner slash best friend who was gone, and today is her birthday, and in honor of her, to Camie, I wrote her. I wrote her this 2 to 3 page thing I wanted the name out. There's a lot more later at the end of the video. To my dearest Camie, this message is for you. But since you're gone, I can clearly understand that you may be unable to see this. Today would be your birthday, but I have something special for you. I wanted to say as many words as I can and how much you have meant to me over the years, not only as my ex-partner, but one of my best friends. From the first time I met you, you were an interesting individual. Not just any interesting one, the best one I have laid my eyes upon. I would be on something, whether it be do trash talk on something or someone, or I had an interest to share. You would try to get people to shut up for me. Hearing you lightly tweak actually made me laugh. The more I spoke with you and the more I knew you as a person, it felt like I was not alone. I knew you were special. Sadly, my feelings for you happened so fast. You rejected me afterwards, not knowing that you were in a relationship at the time. You were sweet, funny, and a lot about you inspired me to be in communities like Ninjago or Dragon Ball. I might even plan to watch either Ninja Turtles or Gargoyles after this. When we met up again later in the future, I noticed you were not the Camie I used to know back then, who was brave and who was prideful. Someone who would never be knocked down. For the remainder of my time with you, I took care of you and tried my best to make sure nothing was wrong. You were my guardian angel during the time, and now it was my time to be yours. Later on, throughout the years, you would confess to when my feelings for you returned. By the time we got together, the next few days we had to step back since it was too much for us. Plus, that we both had our own scars when it came to a relationship. You had one where you confronted your toxic ex, or hiding the fact that you dated one of my best friends, who is probably watching this right now. I, however, had a relationship where I was never told of what boundaries and such. Miscommunication is a common thing when it comes to starting a relationship. After the ex I had, I wanted to seek out revenge on my ex's friend, thinking they had pulled strings behind my back. But that's not what this is about. It's not. We may have loved each other, but we sucked at it every time I was with you. It felt like a space for a mental breakdown 24/7. Yet I was kind enough to stay with you, and you appreciated it. The same way I appreciated you. We got back together, and there were good times, the bad times, and yes, the freaky times. but you were someone I loved. Even after we broke up again, I still love you whether you were a partner or a friend. You mean so much to me and you expected me to move on, but you never told me how. I told you my experience with the ex I had and you gave me advice. The more I was with you, it felt as if I was healing. You healed me of what some scars were there. When I spoke with one of your exes, again, she knows who she is. She never knew about my relationship life until now in this video. Now my family members would know, and now my friends would know. Everyone now knows. Before I continue further, I want to talk about the good times I had with you. Whether we would call in Discord, there were chances I could hear your mother come up with something that made us both laugh. She was funny. I could see where you get your humor from, as well as Monty Python and the Holy Grail. When I got back into Dragon Ball in April of 2022, I believe, some years later, you gave me a wonderful idea. An idea of a fan story that would change my life forever and motivate me to create more OCs and write stories. Even what ifs. Choco and Sush were the most iconic things we have made, and I still hold that memory dearly, as if it was our anniversary. We were determined to make an official project of our characters. I could always make you giggle like a dork when I do the voice of Dragon Ball characters you liked. When it would be Goku, Vegeta, Gohan. And yes, Cell. I really love doing Cell's voice, even if it sounds like Plankton from SpongeBob. When I would say the most unhinged things, and your reactions made me laugh, but I always made it clear that it was a joke. You would randomly, no, not randomly, you would rarely do the same. Sorry on that. I would motivate you to not be lazy and to exercise and to push forward your goals and obstacles that seemed impossible for you. That that last part inspired me to try to overcome the things that have become impossible for me to achieve, but I did it. I now plan to try to motivate people to accomplish what they haven't yet. I made 50 subscribers. I am now closer and closer to beating Ultimate Custom Night. I am loved by the loved ones around me in communities that I am in. Whether it be the Ruby community, the Broske Senpai community, there's and the list goes on. When you said you were not in a great condition, a condition that felt like all the times you tried to get reactions out of me because you wanted to sound cool. This time I confronted you on it with evidence, and you actually gave proof, believing me that this time this was true. There were a lot of things I now promise you, but you sent me something in somewhat of a will you had. Camie, you gave me all of your characters, including Choco. All of this was on the second to final day seeing you, our last Discord call. I can still hear your last words lingering and haunting through my mind on the back of my head. See you later, alligator. Bye. I will now be listing the things I promise you until I myself am gone from the mortal plane as well and have gone to the afterlife. Doing your challenge in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, also known as what I call the Camie challenge. Fully complete, aka 101% Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about time. Get our Choco and Seuss Dragon Ball fan project out there to the public. Watch my T Python and the Holy Grail. Protect your name in vain. Watch the shows on your hyperfixation such as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Gargoyles, X-Men, etc. One I would like to add is to protect one of your exes, aka the IRL friend that I have that was your ex, because it feels like they are a piece of you that I have left. With that being said, I like to finish off, even if you're now gone or drifted away into the afterlife. I'd like to think of that second option. I want to wish you the best happy birthday, reading all of what I said and my favorite moments about you. You were the clumsy one, the Mikan Sumiki in my life. There is so much I can say. We can be here forever. We always compared ourselves to Bulma and Vegeta, or Goku and Chi-Chi, or lastly, Gohan and Videl. Oh, some friends compared us to Shadow and Maria since we were best friends. Sometimes I now look at myself and wish that it was me that was gone instead of you on that fateful day. I hope you're proud of me for coming so far in my life today. I have one last thing to share with everyone on how much I loved you. Rest easy, Camie.
Sir, I would politely like to ask you a question if it is in my permission to do so. If not, say no. Just tell me straight up, homie. What? I'll stop. Cut. Okay. So, God, why? Why am I so fucking giggly? So, I wanted to know if you were available. For no particular reason. Okay, sorry, I can't stop laughing. I was gonna ask, I was like, oh, if you're available, if you wanted to do something Dragon Ball related with me. I got inspired because Masako X came back from his little break and shit. If not, you can tell me straight the fuck up right now and I will not judge. I will just move on and I will go do something else. What will I do? I don't know. Watch Space Jam, probably. So is that like a yes to the prospect of the thing, or like, cause like I gotta know, cause I got Space Jam like out of my fucking DVD case. I'm like up and ready if you say no. Ah, fuck. I didn't mean to. I'll stop talking because I have a feeling if I continue doing this the way that I am right now, I'm gonna end up choking on my summer fruits juice, which I don't want to do. Okay, I'd like to discuss the plot and ideas first, whilst I'm waiting for my phone to charge, because I think if I remember correctly, I'm like 10-11% right now, and I don't want to end up unplugging it to call and then forget about charging my phone and shit, because that would be awful. So, do you have any ideas, or do you want me to try and come up with something? Because I'm gonna be real, kind of coming up dry for a few seconds there. I'll see if you've got any ideas first, and if not, I'll try and revitalize the well, if need be. Damn. The there's nothing in there. Not even cobwebs, my guy. Not even a little bit. Damn. Damn. Shit, it's squeaky clean in there. There ain't even cobwebs. How the fuck do you do that? My brain's always fucking full of cobwebs. I think that's because I never use my brain. Maybe that's the difference. Okay, give me a second, because one half of me wants to do something like a familial type story, but I do not know. It's all up to you, really, considering I'm not going to force you to do anything you don't want to do. So I'm sat here like, how do I cater to two people? Fuck. It's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure in this little fucking armchair I'm sitting in right now. Hey Steve, what does a DJ call his son? Eric. Anyway, yeah, I'm free. If you want to call or whatever, it's up to you. Um, I'm eating some hardened honeycombs because, well, why not? 2 days away from my birthday, and I need a coffee.
Like, it's not even a joke. I'm not joking about that. That noise is like 5 minutes ago. I have not let go of it since. My heart hurts. That was so scary. I don't think it was the dog, cause like when I went to the bathroom, like before that, the dog was with my mom. So what the fuck was that noise? I don't know, but it scared me. Oh my god.
Steve, um, you there? You okay? Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. This is one of those rare occasions where I'm not having a very good time emotionally, and I just need a little bit of support. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I am kind of frightened. So, if you could get back to me at some point, please. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Here we go. So I'll see you later, maybe, yeah, probably. Oh, I hope to God. I hope to God. Jesus Christ. Shh. Hello, sir. It seems you've returned. I don't know. I'm sorry for the Crash Bandicoot, but he is 69% complete, and I couldn't not pass up sending you a 69% complete Crash. It's mentally, I'm having a breakdown, but that's okay. We're all fine inside of our hearts. And I'm playing on my PSP because if there's anything I know how to do, it's walk away from my issues. Anyway, hello. Hello, sir. Steve, I'm kind of in the middle of watching Doctor Who. So, you know, I'm kind of in the middle of watching Doctor Who. How do you not know who Keith David is? Then again, I guess you've never watched Gargoyles, have you? What about the original cartoon for Spawn? He is Spawn! That's Goliath from Gargoyles! You know, Goliath? Literally the greatest fucking monster I've ever seen in my life, and I would get down on my hands and knees to marry. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. Watch it and understand. Keith David sounds so fucking cool, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. He sounds so. And that's not me being weird. That's me just stating fact. I'm pretty sure every man wants to sound like that. His voice is so deep. So deep. Then again, I probably have a thing for men with deep voices, but that's kind of the point. That's the point. That's the point. You did not just come into my house, into my living room, sit on my couch, drink my tea, eat my food, and tell me you don't know who Spawn is. Are you being serious? You've never heard of Spawn before? I think you have heard of Spawn because there's a death battle about him versus Kratos. Or whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. I can't remember. But I do know he had a death battle and he fucking won. That's Spawn.
Wait a minute, that's Keith David? That's Keith David. I know now who Keith David is. I forgot who he was for a sec. He was let me see. He was that witch doctor room. Like, I got friends on the other side. And he was I think, Flame King from Adventure Time? I don't know, but Husk from Has Been. But like there's so much more. Like, holy crap. I didn't realize he looked like Morgan Freeman for a second. And that's just me saying that. Oh, man, I can't believe I went into your house, in your living room, drink your tea, and eat your food, and not know who either Keith David or Spawn was for a second. Holy crap. Oh, him. Yeah, I know him.
That is my love, and my god. Oh my god. I cannot stress this enough how much I absolutely love Gargoyles as a franchise, but I cannot stress enough how much I love Goliath as a person. I mean, if you've ever heard Keith David, holy. And in with that character specifically, does something to my tiny little heart. I can't explain. I can't explain it. And now I'm giggling like a schoolgirl at the thought of it. I'll move on. I'll leave you be.